Hi there, Titans, and welcome back to another Titan Academy video. Today we'll be talking about how to push data from your Power Table to Salesforce. Now, there are many ways that you can do this and many different use cases this serves. Today we're just going to focus on three specific use cases. One will be updating all of the records on the table to a specific value. Then we will also show how to update only selected records on the table. And finally, we'll show you how you can push selected records to a new object in Salesforce. Let's get started. So I've already set up an account Power Table where I'm bringing in the account name and SLA, and my goal here is to update all of the SLAs here to a new SLA with the click of a single button. So I'm going to set up a push here, and my push is going to be an update for account, and I want to update all of the records that meet my condition. And my condition is simple. It's that the account ID is in the list of account IDs that I will have as my Power Table value. And this Power Table value essentially is the account ID of each row in the Power Table. My mapping is going to be simple. I'm just going to change the SLA here to, let's do silver, and I'll apply. And I want to put this on my button, so I will add first of all, my account update, but I also want to refresh my table. So I'm going to do custom order of execution, and I'm going to bring in my table as well. I'll first update and then refresh my table so we can see the updates. So we'll say update account plus refresh. Okay, so you can see that I have a few accounts, some of silver, some of gold. I'm going to hit update SLA. And now we can see that all of our accounts have been updated to silver. Excellent. The next thing we want to do is show you how to only update selected records. So I'm going to head over to interactivity and say allow selection. And I'm actually going to now add a drop down to use. We'll add it up here. Of course, best practice here would be to use a form element or an autofit container, but just to save time in the video, I won't set that up. Say this is an SLA, and we'll do account SLA. We could do this with static values just like we did last time, just showing how you can use an actual element to update here as well from outside of the table. So again, we're going to update an account, but this time we want our account ID to be not in the Power Table value, which would be all of the rows. I only want the selection. And in my mapping, I want to do SLA, and this time we'll do SLA value from our dropdown. Okay, excellent. Now we have the same push set up here. Okay, so we're not going to have to change this at all. Okay, so let's select, let's say these two. We'll make it gold. We'll update, and we can see these become gold. If I want to make this gold, I can do that as well. All right, so that's how you can update a specific record or a record that you select on your table. The final use case we're going to show here is how you can create a brand new record and a brand new object using data from your table. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this table entirely. We don't need this either. And instead of that drop down, I'm going to bring in a lookup field. And this lookup field is going to bring me my campaigns from Salesforce. And I'll also bring in a table to bring me a bunch of contacts that I can associate with the campaign to be campaign members. So we'll grab contacts here. I'm just going to bring contacts with an account ID so that my data is a bit better here. Just say it's not empty. And all we really need is the full name. Excellent. So my goal here, again, is to create a campaign member using specific contacts from this Power Table. So I'm going to allow selection again. And on my button, we'll say create campaign member. And we need to set up a new push now. So we'll create a new push for campaign member. And we're just creating, and our mapping is going to be simple. Our campaign ID is going to be the lookup field value, and our contact ID is going to be, and this is where it's a bit interesting, we want to use here the selection, but we don't want to push all of the IDs in our selection to this contact ID in a single record. We want to create multiple records. So in order to do that, whenever we have a list of items like this and we want to push them as separate records, we can head over here and do bulk mode. And now each contact ID in the list will essentially create a brand new campaign member with the same campaign over here. All right, so let's see that. And we need to associate that with our button here. So let's get rid of this. We will add our campaign member create, and then we will refresh our table like that. Excellent. So let's say create campaign member and refresh. All right, so the first thing we need to do is select a campaign. I'm going to choose this campaign right over here. And let's grab a couple of contacts. We'll do 1, 2, and 3, and we'll create our campaign members. And this result should be that we have 3 separate campaign members all associated with the same campaign. So let's do this. We'll copy this and we'll head over to Salesforce. Let's just throw in our campaign member ID. Okay, so we can see we've got 1 campaign member. You know, let's go to the campaign itself, and it might be easier to look from here. And we can see that we have created campaign members for the 3 selected records right over here. And you can see that those are these 3 records that we've created in Titan. And that's how it's done.